Welcome back, everybody, and it is time for some more Mass Effect. All right, folks, so I've had some questions coming up. Please tell me that you're doing a Liara romance. Yeah. Watch the intro again. Okay, so there's a lot that's going to happen. It's not just a Liara romance. There's some... I'm not going to spoil it for you guys, because we are doing all three of the Mass Effects. We will be doing Andromeda, but... Well, it's Gaming with Angel. Come on, give me some credit here. So today here on Mass Effect, what we are going to do is we're actually just going to walk around the ship. We're going to talk to everybody. I do make sure that it is some sort of consistency in the order that I talk to people, just to keep it, make sure that I hit all of the, racks when they happen. And there's not going to be a lot of action. So we're going to go start off with Joker, of course, because it's Joker. And I'll tell you what, aside from Garrus, Joker's like that guy you want by your side. I don't care. I don't care how you feel about him. You may not like him. I don't care. You don't like it? Don't watch. That's the way it is. Love you guys. I'm Angel. This is Gaming with Angels. Let's go ahead and get started.
Hey kid, don't ever let them get inside your head. They'll tell you what to do in life instead of everything you know that you could get. Don't let them guide your life towards regret. I'll fight for what I love with every breath. My past is filled with things I won't forget. I use them all to push me to my best. So treat the worst of times just like a test. If only I could go back in time, I'd tell myself that everything will end up alright. Just push yourself, test yourself, figure out what you like, and find your limits, don't be rigid, always work towards a prime. Surround yourself with open minds, people can change your life. A few friends with intent can help you feel alive. Find a passion, take some action, and with a little time, just be patient, make a statement, try to enjoy your life. They'll try to kick you while you're down. They wanna rise up while you drown. They wanna fill your head with doubt. They're silently scared that you'll figure it out. I'll make it look like I'm losing, won't bother hiding my bruises. And when they finally think you're wounded, then it's your chance to be ruthless. Chance to be ruthless. They don't wanna see me make it, they don't wanna see me care. Anytime I make some progress, I can see that they compare. I think everyone's against me, maybe something in the air. Am I paranoid? I swear a void is forming and they're scared I walk a straight path. Not many can say that. I like to play fast, cross me and there's payback. You better pray that I don't see your face at any place that I go. I know you hate that. I've been doing fine, I'm not wasting any more time. I live for the fight and the climb, and I think that the pain that's deep inside is what defines. So I won't give up, I'm gonna make it to the top. I don't care what's in my way, I swear I'm never gonna stop. I could fall flat on my face and I swear I will get back up, cause I don't deserve a thing and the road ahead is tough. They'll try to kick you while you're down. They wanna rise up while you drown. They wanna fill your head with doubt. They're silently scared that you'll figure it out.
So like I said at the beginning, we're going to go around, we're going to talk to people, we're going to start off with Joker, and go in a very specific order. If you've played Mass Effect, then you know that there are people that eventually we won't talk to anymore. And for reasons. I'm not going to say why. For those of you who have never played Mass Effect, I really encourage you to get on this one. You can play this as an FPG. I don't, because I have astigmatism in both eyes, and one of my eyes has a double astigmatism, and so playing in first player, well, it makes me nauseous, and we really don't want to hear Angel puking on the microphone. So let's not say we did. So that would be bad. Really, really, really bad. Alright, so Liara has told us how old she is. She's 106 years old. And I'm with Ashley. I hope I look good at that age. Like, damn. Last week we rescued the almighty Blueberry. Yes, we have given her a nickname. She is the Blueberry. Because blueberries are sweet and delicious. Joker!
I prefer gold to silver, you know, for my medal. I figured you'd recommend me for one since I, pulled your boots out of the fire.
You sure? I mean, there's, you know, shit that goes with that.
If we present you with a medal, you'll end up sitting on stage listening to politicians make speeches for a couple of hours.
That's a good point. They'd probably make me shave, too. I spent the last 7 weeks working on this baby. No medal's worth that. So, Commander, why don't you tell me why you're really here?
Okay. Alright, what we got going? Yeah, nope, we're good.
I have to go.
Alright, see ya.
That's it for our conversations with Joker. Let's go to Presley. Presley's kind of an asshole, but he's good at what he does. I'm not gonna lie.
Yes, Commander?
Okay. Talk to me about the aliens.
Speak freely, Presley. I want to know if you have a problem with non-humans.
It's not that, Commander. Humanity has always handled its own problems. Saren attacked one of our colonies. We should be the ones to stop him. We don't need their help.
Yeah, okay, so you don't just turn away somebody who's an ally. That's a bad idea. Bro.
Some people think asking for help is a sign of weakness. That's just being stupid and stubborn. No matter how strong you are, allies can make you stronger.
I guess so. Maybe I'm just stuck in the old ways of thinking. But don't worry, Commander. This won't be a problem.
Okay. Good. Glad it won't be a problem. Deuces.
Carry on, Presley.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, for someone who lives a very vintage life, and you guys have heard me talk about this before, and if you haven't, welcome to the channel. I do actually live a very vintage life, like I'm stuck in the 1940s or the 1950s, and I have a lot of old school thoughts myself, but I too believe that if I have an ally or someone who is by my side without question, guess what? I'm going to take advantage of that. I'm going to use that. It is a tool. You use your tools to your advantage. Alright, let's go talk to Caden.
Commander, do you have a minute?
Yes.
I always make time for my officers.
Off the record, I think there's something wrong here. This Saren is looking for records on some kind of galactic extinction, but we can't get backup from the Council? Sorry, Commander. There's writing on the wall here, but someone isn't reading it.
Yeah, we know. That's just a thing. It's the Council. You'll get used to it.
The Council doesn't want to believe anything's wrong. I'd call it human nature, but...
I hear you. It just seems like a group that's been around as long as the Council should see this coming. I mean, it's funny, we finally get out here, and the final frontier was already settled. And the residents don't even seem impressed by the view. Or the dangers.
I mean, that's true.
Well, well. You're a romantic. Did you sign on for the dream, Malenko? Secure a man's future in space?
Yeah, I read a lot of those books when I was a kid, where the hero goes to space to prove himself worthy of a woman he loves, or, you know, for justice. Or maybe I was a romantic in the beginning, but I thought about it after brain camp. Biotic acclimation and temperance training. I'm not looking for the dream. I just want to do some good. See what's out here. Sorry if I got too informal. Protocol wasn't a big focus back in Bot.
That's okay. Brain Camp does shit for you and shit against you, so it's good. You're fine.
Tell me about it.
Biotic acclimation and temperance didn't last past the airlock. To the kids they hauled in, it was brain camp. Sorry, hauled in is unkind. We were encouraged to commit to an evaluation of our abilities so an understanding of biotics could be compiled. There are worse results of accidental exposure to element 0 in the womb. Beats the brain tumors some kids grew up with.
Accidental, huh? Quote unquote.
Is there some question about how you were exposed?
My mother was downwind of a transport crash. It was before there were human biotics, a little after the discovery of the Martian ruins. It only gets iffy around 63 when Kinetics was running out of first-gen subjects. Until then, they'd relied on accidentals. A bunch of guys in suits show up at your door after school, and next thing you know, you're out on Jump Zero.
Huh. Okay, so let's talk about Jump Zero.
Jump Zero is Gagarin Station, right? What's it like?
Yeah, that's the official name. Biggest and farthest facility we had for decades. Right on the termination shock, the outer edge of the solar system. It's where they did all the Goose Chase FTL research before we caught on to using mass effect fields. It was a sterile research platform when I was there.
Sterile research. Okay, so what about, like, intentional exposures? Like, did they do shit on purpose?
You know of any intentional exposures for certain?
No one knows. Doesn't mean they didn't happen. As big as the exposures were, it was hard to track down accidentals. It was different then. No one knew the potential, so there wasn't a lot of regulation. Anything Kinetics did was gold. I'm not saying they intentionally detonated drives over our outposts, but in retrospect, they were damn quick on the scene.
I mean, that's fair. What about friends that you had out there?
There were other kids in the same boat, right? At least you weren't alone out there.
That's true. We did have a little circle that'd get together every night before lights out. We didn't have much to do, though. It was a research platform then, and Kinetics kept Jump Zero off the extranet to prevent leaks.
So, you had time to talk then? Chit-chat, basically.
Then you must have had plenty of time to get to know each other.
Yeah, we'd sit around and bull every night after dinner, play cards or network games. There was this girl named Rana, who had a little circle grow up around her. She was from Turkey. Her family was very rich. But she was smart and charming as hell. Beautiful, but not stuck up about it. Like you, I guess.
Aww. Did you love her?
Sounds like she was special to you.
She was. Maybe she felt the same. But things never felt together. Training, you know.
Okay, so please continue. We want to hear more about this.
Jump Zero's a long way from home. What was it like?
The Grand Gateway to Humanity looks a lot better in the vids. Anyway, this was supposed to be a casual debrief, not a bull session about stuff that happened years ago.
Okay. I just still want to be able to know who I'm working with. It's fine.
We have to depend on each other in combat. I like knowing what kind of man I have at my back.
I understand, ma'am. I won't let you down. You, make a habit of getting this personal with everyone?
It's a little bit. Not with every... You'll figure it out.
Of course. But I don't enjoy it with everyone. We'll talk again later.
I'll need some time to process that, Commander. But, yeah, I'd like that.
Okay.
Anything you need, Commander?
Alright. I need your tactics.
What's your opinion on the last mission?
Dr. Tassoni. She seems nice enough. I mean, if you like the bookish sort.
Do you like the bookish sort?
Any intentions there, Lieutenant?
None, Commander. I prefer adventurous women.
Okay. Give it time. That's all.
We'll talk later, Caden.
I'd like that.
Give it time. Liara, in her naive self and beautiful, wonderful self that she is, yeah, give it time. All right, let's go talk to Garrus. Best side bro ever since Chewbacca. Followed very closely by Joker and Rex. Just saying. Garrus likes to tinker.
Commander, how are you?
I'm good, thanks. Let's talk about you and C-Sec.
Why did you want to be a C-Sec officer in the first place?
That's a good question. There were several reasons, I guess.
Such as... More words.
Like what?
Probably the same as most officers. I wanted to fight injustice, wanted to help people. I guess my father had something to do with it too. He was C-Sec, one of the best. I grew up hearing about his accomplishments or seeing his picture on the vids after a big arrest. He's taking my resignation pretty hard.
Well, I can understand that. I mean, you know, he had lots of hopes.
That's tough. But you'd think he'd be impressed you're going after Saren.
My father's a C-Sec man to the bone. Do things right or don't do them at all, he says. He thinks I'm being too rash, too impatient. He's worried I'll become just like Saren. He actually talked me out of becoming a Spectre when I was younger, for the same reasons.
Really? Okay.
You were asked to be a Spectre.
Well, I was targeted as a possible Spectre candidate. Me and about 1,000 other Turian military recruits. I could have received special training, but my father didn't like it. He despises the Spectres. He hates the idea of someone having unlimited power with no accountability. He wouldn't like you, Commander. No offense.
That's okay. There's a lot of things out there that don't like me, Batarians.
I suppose I can understand his concern.
You can. But Saren's not going to play by our rules, C-Sec's rules. If you want to nail Saren, you need to send someone who isn't restricted by policies and procedures.
I mean, yes, but there's more to it than just that.
Just because you can break the rules doesn't mean you should. I don't need to stoop to Saren's level to stop him. And neither do you, Garrus.
I see what you mean, but I'll think about it. Thanks, Commander.
Fair. I appreciate you at least thinking about it. Alright, let's go talk to our extremely xenophobic Ashley. Who's working on the same floor as Rex and Garrus. Ashley!
Commander?
How we doing?
What's your opinion of the last mission?
Not sure I buy Dr. Tassoni's story about her and her mom not talking. They're family, right?
Not all family talks. Hell, I don't talk to half of my family.
I think she's being straight with us. Or at least I don't think she lies very often.
Yeah, she's probably really bad at it. Too bad those ruins got destroyed. I mean, they lasted thousands of years. That's impressive.
Yeah, it is. Alright, you got time to talk?
Do you have a few minutes to talk? One-on-one?
Sure, I was hoping to get a minute of your time off the record.
Of course. Maybe.
I keep an open door policy.
Excuse me.
If you have any concerns, lay them on me.
All right. I know things are different aboard the Normandy, but I'm concerned about the aliens, Vicarian and Rex. With all due respect, Commander, should they have full access to the ship?
Siri, and there's the xenophobe. Yeah, it is what it is.
They may not serve the Alliance, Chief, but they're allies. At least as far as Saren goes.
This is the most advanced ship in the Alliance Navy. I don't think we should give them free rein to poke around the vital systems. Engines, sensors, weapons.
So you don't trust them, is what you're saying?
You don't trust the Alliance's allies?
I'm not sure I'd call the Council races allies. We, humanity, have to learn to rely on ourselves.
And it helps when you get someone in your corner, trust me.
Standing up for ourselves doesn't mean standing alone.
I don't think we should turn down allies. I just think we shouldn't bet everything on them staying allies. As noble as the council members seem now, if their backs are against the wall, they'll abandon us.
Cute. So cute. Bitch.
You got a pessimistic view of the universe, Williams.
A pessimist is what an optimist calls a realist. Look, if you're fighting a bear and the only way for you to survive is to sick your dog on it and run, you'll do it. As much as you love your dog, it isn't human. It's not racism, not really.
Yes,
Members of their species will always be more important to them than humans are.
Fully racist, I promise. But why do you feel that way?
These seem like deeply held beliefs, Williams. What made you think this way?
My family's defended the Alliance since it was founded. My father, grandfather, great-grandmother, they all picked up a rifle and swore the oath of service. I guess we just tend to think of Earth's interests as our own.
I mean, I get that, but damn. You gotta kind of come down off the high horse. Let's talk about your service.
It doesn't sound like you've worked with aliens before.
No, ma'am. Mainly I've been groundside, part of the surface garrison forces. I did get a rotation on a space station for training. Every Marine a rifleman, every rifleman ZG certified.
Okay. But there's more to it than that. Okay? Just...
That's odd. Your record is spotless and your technical scores are exemplary. You should be serving with the fleet.
Anyway, that's why I haven't served with many aliens, Commander.
It's because you have a bad attitude.
I come from a military family too. My parents were both Navy. Anybody in your family we might know?
Couldn't say, Commander. We probably have a lot in common. You join up to carry on the tradition?
I joined up to serve the Alliance. I joined up to carry on the tradition. I joined up
I don't think
because-
they meant to start a family tradition, but after 16 years on ships and stations, how could I spend my life on the ground?
You're lucky. I spent most of my career as groundside garrison.
Because you have a bad attitude. But I understand.
Alright, I can see where your concerns are coming from, Williams. But this is a multilateral mission. You're gonna have to work with aliens, like it or not.
It won't be a problem, Commander.
I know.
You say jump, I say how high.
I know.
You tell me to kiss a Turian, I'll ask which cheek.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
I don't think kissing Turians will be necessary.
You never know, Commander.
Gotta go.
Dismissed, Chief.
Ma'am.
You know, it would be funny, though, when Ashley starts up her bullshit in Mass Effect 2. There's one of your spoilers. That... I literally go off the deep end and I look at her like, oh my god, would you just kiss Garrus already and get it over with? On the right side. He's a Turian. You said, kiss a Turian, I'll ask what cheek. I'm telling you, right cheek. Go kiss Garrus. And watch her lose her fucking mind. Alright, let's finish getting this all set up because we gotta have Liara equipped. I mean, come on. Yeah. Make her match everybody else. Okay. All right, let's talk to Rex.
So, we've got Saren on the run.
Yeah.
It won't be long now. Saren's good, but I'm better.
Good. He's rotten. To the core. I could tell as soon as I met him.
So, more. What is that? More words. Tell me about knowing Saren. Hello.
Why didn't you tell me this sooner?
I would have if I thought it was important.
I mean, fair.
I think I'd like to hear about it just the same.
This was a while ago. A bunch of mercs were bragging about a job out near the edges of the Terminus systems. They said it paid well and the boss was never around to ride them. They said he was looking for more men, too. So I checked it out.
And he recruited you?
I didn't know Saren was openly recruiting mercs.
It wasn't that open, and he only showed his face once. We'd been raiding ships in the area for months when we took out this massive cargo freighter. Our biggest haul yet. I was on board checking bodies for valuables, looking for some extra credits. That's when I saw him.
Okay. So, you were being you, the beautiful Rex that you are. So what was Saren doing?
What did Saren want with the ship?
I don't know what he wanted. He was just moving through the ship, watching. A couple of the mercs called him by name, but he never spoke to them. Never spoke to anyone. I had a really bad feeling about him, so I got the hell out. Didn't even wait to get paid.
Damn. which is, you know, saying something when you're a merc. Don't even wait to get paid. Let's talk about that ship.
Whose ship was it?
There was a Volus trading vessel. Big one. Lots of guards. But they were no match for us.
When you send in a shit ton of tanks after a bunch of little round boluses, that's the way it is. Okay, what kind of cargo did we have going on?
What kind of cargo was the freighter carrying? What was Saren after?
I don't know. All I saw on that ship was food and medical supplies. There were some basic weapons, but nothing big. If there was anything of value on that ship, I didn't see it. That's why I didn't mention it sooner.
So, okay. So there was nothing like Prothean or anything weird. It was just basic supply shit.
That's the only time you saw him?
Yeah. Didn't even know who he was. Still wouldn't if I hadn't joined up with you. But my instincts were right. Every other merc on that mission turned up dead within a week. Every damn one.
No witnesses. No witnesses at all.
So long, Rex.
Shepard.
Okay. Let's go down to engineering. I want to talk to the engineer Adams and Tally while we're down there, so we can get those two conversated. That is such a beautiful sight.
Something I can do for you, Commander.
Adams, tell me about our stealth systems.
Fill me in on the IES stealth system. How does it work exactly?
You can't hide a ship out in space. They emit too much heat and radiation. Too easy for sensors to pick them up, unless you find a way to capture those emissions. So our stealth systems trap the energy we give off in storage sinks built into the ship itself. No emissions to give away our location. Eventually the sinks have to be vented. More than a few hours silent running and they overheat. Cook us inside our own hull.
That would be bad. So basically, we're invisible?
There's no way for anyone to detect us?
A visual scan can still pick us up. Anyone looking out a window can see us plain as day. But you have to be pretty close to get an actual visual out in space. Most vessels rely on scanners. As long as the stealth systems are engaged, they can't see us. Not unless we accelerate to FTL speeds.
And that gives us away? Okay. Why?
Why doesn't it work with faster than light travel?
Cranking up the FTL blue shifts our emissions, pushes them into frequencies too high to capture in the sinks. As soon as we make the jump, it's like setting off a flare. Sensors can pick up our location whenever we enter or exit FTL flight, but for short-range missions, our stealth systems are amazing, and we've got the only one.
Nice. I mean, you can see it like we jump and thanks for that, Adams.
Carry on, Adams.
Aye, aye.
We go to jump and you hear Shepard going. Joker's like, the hell was that? And she's like, we just became a flare.
Oh, hello, Shepard.
Tally, what's the matter?
Are you okay?
I don't know. Your ship is amazing, and your crew's been really great to me. Especially your chief engineer. But I just sort of feel out of place.
I mean, I
The
understand.
Normandy runs so smooth, it feels like we're not even moving. And the engines are so quiet. How do you sleep at night?
Is it too quiet for you?
The silence wakes you up?
Back on the flotilla, the last thing you want to hear is silence. It means an engine's died or an air filter shut down. I guess you don't have to worry about that here. But old habits die hard. But it's more than just a silence. This ship feels so empty. It's like half the crew is missing. Back home, I couldn't wait to go on my pilgrimage. I couldn't wait to get away from the crowds. Now that I'm out here, I kind of miss them.
Okay, so you're a little homesick. Ship sick. Home ship sick? I don't know. What?
Sometimes we don't appreciate what we have till it's gone.
That's true. I'm starting to wonder if that's what the pilgrimage is really about. It's given me a whole new perspective on my people and our culture. You know, there's always a few who go on their pilgrimages and never return. I always assumed something bad happened to them, but maybe they just wanted a different life.
So, okay. I mean, I can understand that. You know, they're just like, I gotta get off this ship. But are you going back?
You do plan to return to the migrant fleet, right?
I could never abandon my people, Shepard.
Fair.
I will go back eventually, but we have to stop Saren first. Otherwise, I might not have a home to go back to.
I agree with that. Alright, perfect.
I should go.
See you later.
Alright, let's go talk to our acquisitions officer. See what we can figure out. If he's got anything. I don't think he does yet. It's still too early in the game. Just wanted to check a couple things here. I mean, I picked up a bunch of shit while I was down there with Liara and stuff, so... Okay,
Looking for supplies?
maybe. What do you have?
Let's see what you got.
You bet, Commander.
Okay. Perfect. Alright, up next on our list, I'm gonna head up and talk to Dr. Chakwas. Dr. Chocolates. And then, Liara. We'll always talk to Liara, like, last, except for in a couple of different missions, where we have to talk to her actually a couple of times, but... Go talk to Chakwas. I love her voice actor. I've seen her in so many movies.
Yes, Commander? Is there something you need?
Okay, let's talk about some personal stuff.
How did you end up serving on an Alliance ship?
I enlisted right out of med school. Earth always seemed boring to me. Too safe, too secure. I figured the colonies were teeming with exotic adventure. I wanted to travel the stars, tending the wounds of tough soldiers with piercing eyes and sensitive souls. Turns out military life isn't quite as romantic as I'd imagined.
You think?
But humanity needs the Alliance if we want to keep expanding through the Traverse. And the Alliance always needs good doctors. So I stayed on to do my part.
Okay, it sounds like you might have a little bit of regret doing that.
Ever think you made the wrong choice?
Sometimes I think about opening a private practice back on Earth. Or maybe taking a position at one of the new med centers out in the colonies. But there's something special about working on soldiers. If I left the Alliance now, I'd feel like I was abandoning them.
I have the same feeling about my job, and there's something special about what I do. And
I should go.
Goodbye, Commander.
While I am not going to tell you guys what I actually do for a living, there is things that make my job, like, you need a special kind of sense of brain to work with the people that I work with. Hello, beautiful.
Commander, are you coming to check up on me?
Well, I was worried about you, so yes.
You look much better. How are you feeling?
Dr. Chakwas assures me I am going to be fine. I was impressed with her knowledge of Asari physiology.
That's because she's the bomb diggity chocolates.
You're in good hands. Dr. Chakwas knows what she's doing.
I never properly thanked you for saving me from the Geth, Commander. If you hadn't shown up...
You are very welcome. On more levels than one.
I'm just glad we got there in time.
So am I. I know you took a chance bringing me aboard this ship. I have seen the way your crew looks at me. They do not trust me. But I am not like Benezia. I will do whatever I can to help you stop Saren. I promise.
I know. Because you're the blueberry. The beautiful, beautiful blueberry.
Don't worry, Liara. I trust you. I know you won't let me down.
It means a lot to hear you say that, Commander. Thank you.
Okay. Let's talk about your mom, as difficult as that may be.
Do you know why Benezia joined up with Saren?
I don't understand it. She was always outspoken about the need for the Asari to become more involved in shaping galactic events. Maybe she thought allying herself with Saren would somehow be for the greater good in the long run. At least I hope so.
Yeah, you don't believe that, and it's bothering you. Let's talk about it.
This hurts you, doesn't it?
None of this makes any sense to me. I have not spoken to Benezia in many years, but I know her, and this was not like her. Something changed.
Okay. Well, I'm going to talk about you for a little bit.
Tell me about yourself, Liara.
Me? I am afraid I am not very interesting, Commander. I spend most of my time on remote digs, unearthing mundane items buried in long-forgotten Prothean ruins.
Yeah, but I'm sure you get lonely doing that.
Sounds dangerous. And lonely.
Sometimes I would run afoul of indigenous life forms or stumble across a small band of mercenaries or privateers, but I was always careful. Until the Geth followed me to Artemis Tau. I never found myself in any situation my biotics could not handle. As for the solitude, well, that is one aspect that most appealed to me. Sometimes I just need to get away from other people.
Okay, I mean, while I understand that, why did you do it?
You don't like other people?
I suppose it comes from being a matriarch's daughter. People expected me to follow in Benezia's footsteps. They wanted me to become a leader of our people. Matriarchs guide their followers into the future. They seek the truth of what is yet to come. Maybe that's why I became so interested in the secrets of the past. It sounds so foolish when I say it out loud. It sounds like I became an archaeologist simply to spite Benezia.
I mean, it's not foolish, but it does sound like that, I'm not gonna lie, but it sounds like you followed your dreams.
All children rebel against their parents. It's a natural part of growing up.
You share the wisdom of the matriarch, Shepard. That is exactly what Benezia said when I told her of my decision. But there was more to it than that. I felt drawn to the past. The Protheans were these wondrous, mysterious figures. I wanted to know everything about them. That is why I find you so fascinating. You were marked by the beacon on Eden Prime. You were touched by working Prothean technology.
So I'm fascinating? Okay. I think that's a compliment.
Sounds like you want to dissect me in a lab somewhere.
What? No, I did not mean to insinuate. I never meant to offend you, Shepard. I only meant that you would be an interesting specimen for an in-depth study. No, that's even worse.
Just chill, it was a joke.
Calm down, Liara. I was only joking.
Joking? Oh, by the goddess, how could I be so dense? You must think I am a complete and utter fool.
No.
Now you know why I prefer to spend my time in the field with data disks and computers. I always seem to say something embarrassing around other people. Please, just pretend this conversation never happened.
Oh, I cannot ever pretend this conversation did not happen.
I should go.
Goodbye, Shepard.
Oh, I'll catch up with you later. Okay, let's go back to the cabin. It's been an hour. Almost an hour. I love how naive she is right now. She's just, there's so much that you learn about her and how she grows and how, you know, she's just a great person all the way around. And that, you know, I can say that about quite a few of the crew members. Tali has a lot of growth throughout the Mass Effect series. Garrus has a lot of growth throughout the Mass Effect series. Rex, while he does have some, it's not really like in quantum massive quantities, but it is what it is. Okay, while you were away on the mission, things here on the Normandy were uneventful. The most excitement we had up here was upon your return. I must say it would have been rather thrilling to watch those lava geysers erupt if we hadn't been swinging around in our harnesses as Joker avoided them. But bitches, we're going for a ride. Oh. I don't know. Presley is so... I understand. From an unbiased perspective, I understand where he's coming from. He's just trying to be careful and cautious. But, bro, she's hot. Okay, sorry to report that the terrorist leader got away, Commander. We tracked his shuttle, leaving the asteroid in a hurry. Joker flew us in close and got to the Normandy's weapons system fired up. I ordered him to hold off on firing before you had a chance to disarm the bombs, Commander. We didn't know if he had a dead man switch that would have blown up the hostages and yourself the moment we shot down the shuttle. So he's talking about the Batarian that we told to basically get lost. We'll find you later. But he forwarded his shuttle's registration codes to Admiral Hackett. He might be able to put out feelers, but I wouldn't hold my breath. It's fine. It's fine. Okay, what else we got? Conrad Werner. Hello, Commander. I do hope this reaches you. I paid a Volus 300 credits to get your extranet address. I just wanted to say again that what an honor it was to meet you in person, Commander Shepard. Let me know when you're back on Earth. I'd love to buy you that drink sometime. So this is the guy that we met on the Citadel, who was just so excited. My wife's not going to believe me. I got your autograph. Gotta love it. Okay, that's all of our mail. Perfect. So let's we're gonna call this a video. So next week, what we're gonna do, we're actually gonna go to the moon. Or as we love to call it, Luna. We are going to go to the moon and do some missions over there and continue on with the glorious Mass Effect story. We will be doing some side quests, actually quite a few throughout the game. So that's pretty much it for me. Thank you so much for watching. Join us tomorrow for Baldur's Gate, and then on Thursday, NATO Plays for LA Noire as we work on the rest of the Vice cases. It's going to be great. It's going to be super fantastic. And I do believe that this Vice case that's coming up this Thursday is actually the last one. Stay tuned for that. So, and then we move on to the next series of cases. So, thank you again, everyone. I am Angel. This is Gaming with Angels, and I'll see all of you next week.
I still hear your voice when you sleep next to me. I still feel your touch in my dream. Forgive me my weakness, but I don't know
The Asari were the... Biotics is the ability of... Element Zero can increase or decrease the mass of a volume of space-time when subjected to an electrical current. With a positive current, mass is increased. With a negative current, mass is decreased. The stronger the current, the greater the magnitude of the dark energy mass effect. In space, low-mass fields allow FTL travel and inexpensive surface-to-orbit transit. High-mass fields create artificial gravity and push space debris away from vessels. In manufacturing, low-mass fields permit the creation of evenly blended alloys, while high-mass compaction creates dense, sturdy construction materials. The military makes extensive use of mobility-enhancing technologies, with Mass Effect utilizing fighting vehicles standard frontline issue in most military forces. Mass Effect fields are also essential in the creation of kinetic barriers or shields to protect against enemy fire. The Asari were the first species to discover the Citadel. The Citadel is an ancient deep space station, presumably constructed. Citadel space is an unofficial term referring to any region of space controlled by a species that acknowledges the authority of the Citadel Council. At first glance, it appears this territory encompasses most of the galaxy. In reality, however, less than 1% of the stars have been explored. Even Mass Effect FTL drive is slow relative to the volume of the galaxy. Empty space and systems without suitable drive discharge sites are barriers to exploration. Only the mass relays allow ships to jump hundreds of light years in an instant, the key to expanding across an otherwise impassable galaxy. Whenever a new relay is activated, the destination system is rapidly developed. From that hub, FTL drive is used to expand to nearby star clusters. The result is a number of densely developed clusters, thinly spread across the vast expanse of space, connected by the mass relay network.